Today is December 25th, 2021. To many, this is Christmas. To me and my daughters, this is a day that we aren't quite sure we're allowed to celebrate, but we're doing it anyway. Note to self, when your ex-husband low-key starts a cult and you don't realize it, the effects will linger, even when he is not there to tell you what you can and cannot do. We did not exchange gifts. Some of us were not comfortable actually fully participating in the festivities. Me and my daughters decided that we wanted to have a gift exchange, but to make us all comfortable, we voted on it to be a New Year's Eve gift exchange. It also gave us a little more time for the actual gifts to arrive from Amazon, so it was a win-win situation. Well, even though we didn't order any of the gifts until the last minute, and when I say last minute, I mean 5 days ago. At 10 o'clock at night. To our surprise, everyone's gift showed up by Christmas Eve, and all the gifts were wrapped and under the tree by nighttime. Me and my oldest daughter were like, well, why don't we just exchange gifts tomorrow since all the gifts are here and wrapped? But my other two daughters expressed that that's exactly why they don't want to exchange gifts tomorrow, because it's Christmas. They're not quite ready to participate in that holiday yet, so we decided that we would exchange gifts on the 26th instead. Little did they know, I had gotten them surprise stocking stuffer gifts to open Christmas morning. So when we all decided on the 26th, I was like, let me go ahead and bring the stocking stuffers out on Christmas Eve. Just like their father forced them not to celebrate, I definitely didn't want to be the one to force them to celebrate. So today for Christmas, we took the excess Halloween candy that we had and we packed them into mini boxes, wrapped them in wrapping paper, and got them ready to ship out to select family and friends as mini holiday goodie boxes. We also watched a few movies and just had a really laid back and chill day. I would be lying if I didn't say that I too was afraid to celebrate Christmas on Christmas. It was firmly taught that this is one of the biggest pagan holidays that we need to make sure that we do not celebrate, or we are going to hell. It was deep rooted that we are not to do what the pagans do. We are not to do what everyone else does, or we are not true children of the Most High. When you live in this mindset for damn near 2 decades, you grow to believe it. My girls, on the other hand, were completely raised in this mindset. They were made to believe that it was bad to celebrate or you will be punished and cut off from God, just as much as it was ingrained for many of us to celebrate it as second nature. It was December 2003, and my ex-husband was holding many Bible studies with me, my mom, his business partner, and sometimes his business partner's girlfriend. These Bible studies were mostly about Christmas being pagan and other pagan holidays. And he couldn't find proof in the Bible, but he knows that there is somewhere that says that we shouldn't be celebrating such a day. I was pregnant with my first daughter, and I went into premature labor at the end of December of 2003. My daughter's due date was set for February 11th or something like that. I remember it being very close to Valentine's Day. And here I was pushing out my baby girl prematurely. Because of bad insurance that I had, they were discharging me Christmas Eve. I remember the nurse coming into my room to tell me that they were drawing up my discharge papers and how cool it was to have a baby girl so close to Christmas. I looked over to my ex-husband to see his face when she made her little Christmas comments, and he told the nurse, oh, it's not going to be a problem because we don't celebrate Christmas. And the nurse started to tell me that our baby girl will remain in the hospital until she's able to eat on her own because she was premature. There were a few things that she couldn't do on her own yet. And that was it. That was the day that not celebrating Christmas became a seed in my mind. And over time, it was watered. Now, the time was December 2005. I remember this vividly because I wanted to escape and I wanted to hide. By this time, we had found a church that we had been attending since July of 2004. The church would always put on Christmas talent shows, followed by a Christmas Eve candlelight service on Christmas Eve. I was a greeter in the church, and my ex-husband was an usher, so we definitely were expected to be there. The night of, my ex-husband calls me downstairs. When I get downstairs, he has such a big smile on his face, and I asked him what's going on. He's like, I found it. I was like, you found what? He's like, I found it in the Bible where it says that we should not be celebrating Christmas. He hands me the Bible, says, read Jeremiah 10. So I start reading it, and it appears that it's talking about how you shouldn't have Christmas trees in your house, and you especially shouldn't be decorating them and putting presents under them. And that just means that you're bowing down to this tree and giving it gifts, and we're not to bow down to any other gods besides God himself. When I read this, I actually didn't know what to say. But that's when my ex-husband made the decision that we were not going to be participating in any of the Christmas services from here on out. I wanted to pack up our two daughters and run and never return, because the last thing that I wanted to have to explain to anyone is how we are no longer celebrating Christmas. I had to call up the head greeter, which was our daughter's godmother, and he called up like the head deacon or maybe head usher, which was our daughter's godfather. And we told them both that we were not going to be participating in tonight's candlelight service. So they were going to have to find people to cover us for the night. When my daughter's godmother, who was also the head greeter, she asked why. I lied and said that we decided to visit family and we were leaving tonight. Sorry for the inconvenience. I could not tell the truth, to be honest. I was ashamed, I was embarrassed, and I didn't know what to do. I wanted to run and hide. I knew the judgment of everyone that we knew was coming. My family already thought something was wrong with my relationship with my husband, and now I have to tell people that we're no longer celebrating Christmas because it's a pagan holiday. Yeah, right. For pretty much all years to follow, I felt shame. I hated holiday time because not celebrating basic holidays had progressed into more difficulty and stress. We were not allowed to wish anyone a Merry Christmas. We weren't allowed to sing or listen to holiday songs. As the girls got older, I had to explain to them why they were not allowed to take Halloween candy, Christmas gifts, Easter candy, Valentine's Day cards or candy. No wishing anyone happy birthday. No telling anyone it's your birthday so they don't wish you a happy birthday, and the list just goes on. When the girls were like 7, 6, 3 years old, they had begun gymnastics and ballet classes. It was around Halloween time, so at the end of class, the coaches were handing out Halloween goodie bags. The girls brought the bags home, and my ex-husband decided to use this as a teaching moment. He explained to them why we don't celebrate or participate in any of these holidays. Then he said, if you throw your goodie bags away, I will go buy you big bags of candy from the store, any kind you want. So they threw their bags away, and he sent me to the store to get the girls bags of candy. I always thought it was a silly notion because we were still giving our kids the same candy that people were passing out at Halloween anyway, so aren't we still participating? I didn't ask him that question though. I just didn't want the fight. Needless to say, we never celebrated Christmas again. Eventually it turned into birthdays, Easter, Valentine's Day, and so on. So here we are today, 16 years later, and we acknowledged the holiday and did what was comfortable in our eyes in this moment. And that is our goal, is to take every day as a moment and be in it. Until next time.